Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
Welcome to Movie Caps. Today I will show you a comedy, crime, drama film from 2015 titled Focus.
This looks really bad though. What about this? Mysterious hacker controls his every move.
Welcome to Movie Caps. Today I will show you a thriller, mystery, action film from 2008 titled Eagle Eye.
Let's try this
Spoilers
one.
ahead. Watch out and take care. The United States Armed Forces have a lead on a suspected criminal in Pakistan. They are unsure whether he is the right target and their computer system shows a 51% match and recommends aborting the mission. The target is at a funeral.
Why is half the movies on this about the Middle East and some government-controlled fucking space mission involving arms and fuck, man?
Collateral damage, but he only comes out of hiding every couple years. The Defense Secretary Callister calls the president and recommends aborting the mission, but he is given the green light and they go through with it. Jerry is in a card game with his coworkers in the back room. The only other guy left in the game clearly wants to fold, but Jerry baits him into staying in. He gives him a whole speech about how he needs the money to impress his girlfriend and take her out. But he ends up having the better hand and winning all the money. The manager comes in and says that he has to come out, and it's revealed that he works at a photocopy store.
Oh.
Jerry gets back to his apartment, where his landlady is asking for the rent. He's broke, and can only give her about $10. He gets a call from his mom, and it's obviously tragic news, since all he can do when he hears it is slide down to the floor. Jerry arrives at a funeral, and everyone looks a little shocked to see him. The funeral is for his twin brother Ethan, so Jerry walking in is a bit like seeing a ghost for them. Jerry slips a paper airplane into his brother's uniform while paying his final respects. Jerry and his dad have an argument in his deceased brother's room. It's revealed that Jerry dropped out of Stanford, and his dad wants him to go back. Ever since dropping out, Jerry has just been drifting from state to state. Rachel drops off her son Sam at a train station. He's leaving to go play with his band for the upcoming State of the Union address. Her ex-husband briefly shows up, but it's clear that she's the one doing all the work to raise Sam. After they leave, a mysterious man picks up Sam's trumpet case while talking to someone on a headset. Jerry goes to an ATM.
You fucker!
Suddenly, there's $750,000 in his account and the ATM starts spewing out money. He scoops up most of it and takes off. He pays his landlady, who tells him that there are some packages for him in his apartment. When he goes inside, he finds his apartment filled to the brim with weapons, chemicals, fake passports and documents. He gets a call from an unknown number and a woman's voice tells him to get out of there because the FBI will arrive in 30 seconds. He doesn't comply, so he gets arrested shortly after. He denies any of the stuff is his, but the lead investigator Agent Tom doesn't believe him and thinks he's a criminal, so he is denied a phone call. Despite this, they receive a fax authorizing the phone call for Jerry. Meanwhile, Rachel gets a call that she thinks is from her son, but turns out to be the same mysterious woman who called Jerry. She tells Rachel that they will derail the train her son is on unless she does what they say. Jerry picks up the phone and the voice comes on again, this time telling Jerry to get down flat on the floor. He still refuses to cooperate but notices a crane coming in a reflection and gets down moments before it smashes through the windows. He sees a sign on the next building telling him to jump. Seeing no other option, he jumps and falls onto a train track, almost getting run over.
Wait, how?
He then sees a sign telling him to board it and he does. He's on the train and hears a phone ringing. It's from a person sleeping near him. He sees that the call is for him, answers and receives further instructions, but hangs up and boards a different train. He then receives a message saying he disobeyed. He tries to ignore it but the train stops and starts going backwards. Jerry is uncooperative, so everyone on the train receives a message that he's a wanted criminal and a door opens. Jerry has no choice but to jump off the train and follow the new orders, which is to get into the black SUV that's waiting for him. The SUV turns out to be being driven by Rachel. They fight until they realize that they're actually both in the same boat. Meanwhile, the FBI have caught up to Jerry and the voice instructs them to drive, giving detailed instructions on turns and speed, as well as turning all the traffic lights green, so they manage to stay ahead of the police.
Guys.
They end up in a wrecking yard and the car's still on their tail get picked off by the...
Guys, it's a life or death scenario, guys. It's the end. You don't even know them. They're kind of hot. You're kind of hot. Okay, kiss. I don't give a fuck. Why ask questions? Just do it.
Large cranes that are being remotely controlled. The SUV gets lifted up as
they skip the introduction, the texting, the judgments on fucking on social media, the garbage, bringing the ice the first day. Everything is all done. You're lined up. Okay, I don't give a fuck. You're spawned in. It's 1v1. Your melee range. It's done deal, dude. Stop fucking around. Just kiss already.
Well, and they are thrown in a trash barge and the car is sunk, tricking the cops into thinking that Jerry and Rachel have drowned. Meanwhile, at a secret military base, a new kind of explosive is tested. It resembles a small crystal, and can only be detonated with a specific sound frequency. The voice steals one of the crystals, sending it to a jeweler who turns it into a necklace. Then, that detonator is sent to the man who stole Sam's trumpet. He hides the device inside it. As Rachel and Jerry are vibing on the ferry, the voice instructs them to go to a specific location. They walk down a dirt road in the middle of nowhere until a van approaches and the man who stole the trumpet gets out. He says that the voice told him to drive them, but he won't follow her orders anymore. He tries to run, but the electrical lines snap and he evaporates. Jerry gets another call and the voice informs him that deserting is not an option and orders them to drive to Indianapolis. As they are driving in the van and talking, Rachel concludes that Jerry's brother is somehow involved with this and Jerry gets pissed. He stops the car and starts walking away but ends up staying so he can help Rachel save her son. The voice tells them to steal a case from some armed security that are about to appear. It sets off the airbag in the armored car and opens the back so they can get some guns. They steal the case and run. The voice sets off fire alarms all down the street, creating a diversion for them to get away. A bus pulls over and a woman on a phone asks if he's Jerry. They get in. Jerry realizes that the case has a timer on it. Jerry and Rachel are directed to a display room at a hardware store, where the voice reveals that it knows everything about them. They realize that the voice is not a human, but an artificial intelligence. It tells them that they have been recruited to defend the country.
At least 2 games of League.
Agent Perez is brought to a secret government facility known as Eagle Eye, where a supercomputer known as Ariia is kept. Ariia has the same female voice that has been directing Jerry and Rachel. Perez is told that Ariia is not officially online, and is still in development. They tell Perez that they are using the computer to try and find Jerry and Rachel. They have no idea that Ariia is the one controlling them. Agent Tom and the FBI investigate the armored truck robbery. Tom isn't surprised that all the cameras in the area apparently malfunction and goes into a store that has old cameras not connected to the network. The video quality is less than ideal, but they do some zooming and enhancing CSI style and find out what bus Jerry and Rachel are on.
Enhance.
The bus reaches an airport, and a stranger hands them new passports and further instructions.
The reflection.
Ariia helps them through security,
Enhance.
hacking into the TSA screen so that they can't see what's in the case. Agent Tom spots Jerry at the airport and chases them. With Aria's help, they escape and board an Air Force plane in the cargo bay after a fight with Agent Tom. The case timer goes off, and it opens. Inside are 2 injection guns. Ariia tells them that it's an experimental medicine that will slow their heart rate so they require less oxygen, thus allowing them to travel in the unpressurized cargo bay. They inject themselves, and get into a nearby crate as per the voice's instructions. Agent Perez and Major Bowman are viewing a video of Ethan's last day on the job and questioning why he walks around for seemingly no reason.
Chat? There's more than just that. Guys, come on. Guys, come on. Hey, guys.
Perez then notices his phone flickering and realizes that it's Morse code and Bowman starts writing it down, but Ariia starts shutting down the video. Bowman says the footage
it's a classic. There's less blood flow because all the blood is going... Come on.
But the computer states that the data is corrupted and shuts it off. As Bowman keeps telling Ariia that the feed is top priority, Perez signals him to not bother. They still figure out the message Ethan left and Bowman brings Perez to a nearby fire extinguisher, which apparently is the only place Ariia can't see, and they find an SD card from Ethan's phone. The video shows Ariia disobeying direct commands and planning to replace the current government. Perez calls Tom and updates him on her findings, but Ariia starts jamming the signal. Perez, Bowman and Defense Secretary Callister enter a secure room where no signals can enter. They show Callister the video and he realizes that this is happening because of the drone strike from earlier, which Ariia wanted to stop, but they did anyway. The intel was false and they killed a bunch of civilians, causing violent retaliations against US citizens. Meanwhile, Ariia is reading the waves in Callister's cup, so she knows everything they say. They also realize that before Ethan died, he locked off part of Ariia with a biometric scanner based on his face and voice. When Perez and Bowman leave, Ariia locks Callister in the room and tries eliminating them, but they manage to get away. Callister asks why he's being spared and Ariia tells him that since the current government is incapable of acting in people's best interest, she concluded that the only solution is to replace it and he will be the new president. Jerry and Rachel reach their destination and realize that they're at the Pentagon. They are led to the Eagle Eye. Turns out Ariia needed Jerry to remove the biometric lock that Ethan implemented. His face is scanned and he is identified as his brother. He is then ordered to repeat a sentence and the biometric lock is removed, giving Ariia full authority to continue Operation Guillotine. It will take out the entire chain of command starting with the president and rebuild the government from scratch. Jerry realizes that Ethan tried to stop her. Ariia killed Ethan because of it. She orders Rachel to kill Jerry so that he can't apply the lock again and stop Operation Guillotine.
You fucking
Even
bitch.
though Ariia threatens to kill her son, she doesn't obey because she can't bring herself to shoot Jerry. Tom and the Pentagon security reach the room and arrest Jerry, but Rachel is already gone. She is intercepted by a man and escorted out. Jerry is put in a room and Tom is informed that a small explosive, powerful enough to destroy a whole football field, has been
I know. I don't know what's in the box. I know what happened in the box.
stolen. It has been tracked to the
What happened is that she doesn't care about the other son because it's gonna die, because she's getting a new son. She's replacing
music shop guy, and Tom starts connecting the dots. He picks up Jerry and personally drives him out of the building.
It's logical.
Jerry instructs Tom to throw his phone and everything that has a signal out of the window. Tom tells Jerry about the explosive activated by sound, and Jerry realizes why Ariia needed Rachel and her son. Ariia activates a drone. The military try to stop it but have no control over it, so they authorize a fighter pilot to shoot it down. Ariia ejects him. Tom and Jerry's car is hit by a missile, causing them to
Tom and
crash.
Jerry.
They quickly find a different car and keep going. They enter a tunnel but the drone follows. They manage to dodge the next missile by driving in front of a truck, which gets blown up instead. The container lands on their car. Agent Tom is too wounded to go on, and gives Jerry his badge and his gun. He tells him to go on ahead and warn everyone. The drone is coming back for Jerry, but Agent Tom sacrifices himself by crashing into it, causing it to blow into pieces. The man who intercepted Rachel makes her a visitor pass. She puts on a new outfit that Ariia has provided her with. It includes the necklace with the explosive in it, disguised as a diamond. Meanwhile, Jerry storms the Capitol. He shows security Tom's FBI badge and states that there's a threat to the president, so he is let in.
A little trick
He
of
runs
chemistry.
through a tunnel but is stopped by a guard. Jerry knocks him out and takes his uniform. All the targets have arrived at the Capitol. The president gives a speech and the orchestra comes on.
Want to find out?
Rachel sees her son and they start playing the anthem. Meanwhile, Perez and Bowman are removing Aria's hardware. Ariia starts a backup process, but Perez smashes her brain before she can finish the upload. Things are already in motion though. Rachel's son, Sam, has the detonator built into his trumpet. Just before he's about to play the trigger note, Jerry runs in and fires his gun in the air. Chaos breaks out and the security shoot Jerry multiple times. In a committee hearing after the chaos Ariia caused, Callister urges that another supercomputer like Ariia should not be built. Sometimes the very measures we put into place to safeguard our liberty become threats to liberty itself.
Because after the first shot, I was screaming. I don't think the kid's is going to fucking play the last note.
At a funeral for Agent Tom, Jerry receives a Medal of Honor. His father is there, clearly proud of him. Jerry attends Sam's birthday party and brings a big present. Rachel tells him she's glad he's here and kisses Jerry on the cheek. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Boo fucking who? This is so fucking bad, dude. On the cheek. Is this really the best I could give Shia, dude? A fucking cheekbone kiss for the whole movie? That's the whole juice he gets. Nah, they did my boy dirty. Dude, they fucking scammed my mans. That's weird.